Hi guys, it's Claire Matara from the Amazon area in Peru, just north of Iquitos. It's the 3rd of August 2021, and today I'm talking about some things that happened to me and that maybe have a little bit of a positive idea for other people. So I want to start with a painting that I made quite a while ago, and I've censored it. There it is. So I'll read what it says here. The drawing came from a dream where I fell off the fence and my heart fell out of my body and I just caught it. The egg had to do with what I was supposed to be bringing back to South America. So I was in Australia, and I had already been in South America for 6 months, and I was at Meher Baba's place, really considering what to do. This is in Queensland, Australia, and spending time talking to my family on the phone and trying to decide what to do, and really praying to Baba that I would be able to work it out, because I had a really strong feeling that I had to go back to South America and stay there and work there. And of course it was very difficult because I had to leave everything else behind that I had in Australia. My husband, my house, and my work that I've built up, my children who were basically grown up by that time. So still it was difficult, and in the dream I was sitting on a fence and suddenly my heart fell out of my body, and I just went after it, tried to catch it. I caught it. I caught it in my skirt, and as I caught it, I fell off the fence and came to one of the sides. And I want to talk about how sometimes we try to make the right decision, and we don't really know what's the right decision, because that's what I felt at that time. It felt crazy. It felt like something I shouldn't be doing. Should be staying with my family and not go out there all by myself and follow the call of these spirits and these spirit energies that had come to me at that time. So I was reading the discourses, Baba's discourses, Meher Baba's discourses, and there's the little blue editions, and it's very nice. And he talks about the ego and all the things we do to tie ourselves in knots. And in one story, I seem to remember, I'm not having the books with me, so I can't actually read it from that, and I can't find it online straight away. So I'm talking about how Baba said, for instance, it's like a donkey that's going down a road, and it's getting very hungry and tired, and it comes to a point where there is a pile of grass sitting on the side of the road. And it really wants to eat that pile of grass, but it wants to make sure that it's eating the right pile of grass. So there's another pile of grass on the other side of the road, and it's sitting on the middle of the road, trying to decide which is the right pile of grass to eat. It seems very strange, but so anyway, then after a long time of considering the quality of the grass, whether it's the right grass, whether it's higher or bigger or smaller, he decides that he can't tell the difference, and he can't tell what is exactly right. So he just goes on, still very hungry and tired, and has problems further up the journey because he really didn't eat at that time. So I think it's in our journey that we feed ourselves with different sanskaras that keep us going, keep our emotions kind of filled up, so we feel enough energy to go on our road and complete our journey that we came into this body for. And in my dream, of course, it showed very clearly that the only right road is to follow our heart. So my heart actually fell out of my body, which was a bit of a shock. And at the time, I didn't know, I couldn't work it out mentally, so my heart did its own thing, and in the dream anyway, and then I had to follow it because I didn't want it to fall on the ground and get hurt. So that's what I did, and that meant that I was getting involved in a whole new set of things that I had never counted on. I spent about 6 months also working with different, looking for the right direction. I was working with the I Ching a lot at that time too, the ancient Chinese oracle, and reading the discourses and going to Baba's room. So it was quite a lot of things to decide, and you can see that, I'll bring it up again. This is one of the pictures that I feel a bit embarrassed about. The blue people are the spirits, the spirit beings that are calling me, and I'm kind of coming out of a space like a Venus, and I have my heart in my hand, and I'm naked, and I think that that's what the difficulty is sometimes of making these big decisions, is that you feel naked, you feel vulnerable, you feel like you don't really know what's the right way, and you think people might laugh at you, and they probably will. And at the same time, you're holding your heart in your hand, you're holding your heart, and that's a very valuable thing, that we follow our heart, because otherwise I felt like my life was not going to have the same value. I wasn't going to be able to continue properly, and maybe I would die if I didn't follow my heart. So that was one of the difficult things that I had to face, even though there was that sense of duty and following with your family and doing all that. So Baba said also something about true love is not for the weak and faint-hearted, and when you really want to follow your heart, as I've given my heart to Baba, and if he knocks it out of my chest and throws it one to the other side of the world, I have to follow. And it's not necessarily something that you can do because you think it's so much fun, or because you think, wow, it's sort of dreamt of all my life, So it's a bit of a shocker. And at the same time, I found that over the years, because I've been here nearly 15 years now, that it's been very, very satisfying, very deeply, profoundly interesting, and worthwhile for me. And I've learned so many things. So I'm doing it to encourage people who find that now they're coming into a place of making big decisions, like we're going through the world at the moment, and people have to come out of being asleep or something that they weren't conscious of before. Now they feel conscious of these things that are going on in the world, and we have to make decisions about it. And sometimes our family is not on the same page, and we still have to go on with it, because that's what helps helps Mother Earth, helps our awakening process, and helps our ascension process, that we actually listen to the voice of the heart, listen to the call, and trust that our guides and Meher Baba and the people that we feel most inspired by, that they will be with us, and that they will be helping us and protecting us. And I found that is like that. It has been like that for me. I found that even though I couldn't take my Australian pension with me, I found that I've always been able to find support or work or something that I can do that will help other people, and that's always given me enough money to go on with, like the manna in the place of the Jews that were going through the desert with Moses. They only got manna for 1 day or maybe 2 days, I'm not sure, but it was never for very long in advance. And we talk about people wanting to have something to fall back on, security. I'm not saying be stupid and throw everything into the wind, but sometimes if we're on this journey of following our inspiration, our deepest inspiration, we might not have the security that we otherwise have been gotten used to. And in a way we get trapped in that security. We're trapped in the fear that if we don't have this security, it won't work out. We will have a horrible experience or something like that. And so this is what you have to accept and look at, that if you follow the spirit, if you follow your heart, you will be looked after. It may be completely unexpected. It may be completely different from what you were expecting it to be. Different people will come into your life to help you that you didn't think even were there. I call them my angels. They're like people that manifest to help me at moments of great need. And they are always somehow Baba's gift to make sure that I'm going to be okay in doing this journey for him. And doing it for myself too, because it is my higher destiny that I will be able to complete what I took on when I was out of the body and came into this body. So I took on a certain type of destiny, and that's now taking form more and more as I'm now in my 70s, and it's actually becoming more rewarding, more rich. There's a lot of beautiful memories and beautiful people that have come and gone in my life. I so deeply appreciate all of them. They have all been such a gift in my life, and I have to say that sometimes the things that we think, oh, you must never do this, or you must never experience that, if you find yourself in that situation, just appreciate, that this also is a gift. That everything in some form is a gift, even though at the time sometimes it may not look like that. We might get really annoyed or feel angry with the person, but just to remember that that still is a divine gift, so that we can learn something or take another road or whatever it will bring, so to just have that faith and confidence in our decisions and in our journey in life that we came here for, our destiny. So I'll leave you with that, and God bless, and I hope it will be helpful for somebody. Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai.